Told you all about Prince Harry a while back and Meghan Markle and how much, of course, they thought their book, and it was definitely their book together, Spare, was such a success. When you think about it, Harry went on many different things. I think the most appalling thing for me was when he had that paid-per-view therapy session with the doctor. Yeah, wow. I mean, what was that about, you know? And absolutely, it made him, in my opinion, look something of a crackpot. Why on earth would you want to have that video recorded? And there was a message in it, wasn't it, where he said, oh, can't believe it, a free therapy session, as if he has to worry about money. Patronising all to the boot. But apparently Penguin Random House thought this was going to be a good way to sell the book at the time, and it did incredibly well. Not as well, of course, as the published figures that they make out. As I've told you before with these books, discounts, giveaways, massive discounts to stores, that sort of stuff. They're not as rich as these people claim they're going to be. But now Penguin Random House really are itching to see if they can get anything else out of Harry. And here's where it gets problematic. Let me explain. You see, when you've delivered a book like that, what people really want from you is more. It's a bit like the Jackie Collins stuff, isn't it? You know, I remember interviewing Jackie Collins years ago, and she said she wouldn't mind writing an historical novel. You know, she was very interested in history, that sort of stuff. But apparently the publisher said, oh no, Jackie, you know, this is your forte, just stick down that route. So of course she came up with things like Hollywood wives, Hollywood husbands, all of that sort of stuff. She literally plummeted what she knew of that circle, mixing and shaking in Hollywood. Now, apparently, Harry and Meghan have decided that the way forward is now not to stop writing, at the moment at least, trashing his family, you know, not hers, because she never does anything to make anything detrimental about herself, does she, Meghan? But you see, the problem is that the stories apparently are incredibly dull and boring. And some might say it's a little bit like the Invictus Games thing that they made for Netflix. People weren't interested in it simply because, after being given 6 episodes of a trash fest that was their Harry and Meghan story, people only wanted that. Even the boss of Netflix said this is what we want more of, but they were rather reluctant. Now, what's interesting here is Penguin Random House have this 4-book deal with Harry, but they can't make him get it together. And his idea really is to talk about or write about what's happened since he split away from, of course, the British monarchy and decided to go down a different route. The other side of the coin really is, do people want to read that? No, not really. When you've made a fortune literally doing that sort of thing, that's what people want from you. So far, the idea is really for Harry to say about the struggles and the strife that it has been, leaving the royal family, starting a new life in another country, being married, bringing up children. Sounds a bit of a snooze fest, doesn't it, when you think about it? So Penguin Random House are just leaving it hanging because they can. They don't need to pay him any more installments. If he doesn't deliver, it doesn't happen. But what happened to the alleged profits, which Harry wrote about in his press release, from Spare? When are those going to be distributed? Because that's not very clear again. Interesting as ever, isn't it? Could be some time before Spare 2 finally hits the shelves, but Penguin Random House literally can sit it out. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.